Oh, see, I got to hold on. You ready? Okay. Good evening, members of the media. I'm Chief Jeffrey Madry, the Chief of Housing for the NYPD. Standing with me is Dr. Kleiman, our department surgeon, Chief Hennessy, our duty chief this evening, and Captain Joe DeLeo, the commanding officer of Police Service Area Number 8. Before I even start giving you the facts, this is our 7th police officer shot this year. And we're thankful up here. All of us are thankful up here. I could believe a whole city is probably thankful right now that this incident wasn't much worse. You know, our gun violence has been increasing, and I'm just making a plea to all of our communities, all of our citizens, our police. We all need to support one another. We have to stop the scourge of gun violence. We shouldn't have to live like this. We're not supposed to live like this. This is the best city in the world, the greatest city in the world, and we shouldn't have to suffer through gun violence. This information I'm about to provide to you is preliminary, subject to change. This incident is still very new, and it's in the initial stages of the investigation. But today, at approximately 4:30 p.m., calls for shots fired were received at 3250 Broadway, which is located at the corner of 126th Street, which is the community center of the Manhattanville development. Responding officers were met by our off-duty NYPD officer who's assigned to the Housing Bureau in the Bronx. The officer was attending a vigil that was held for a very revered community member who passed away, and there were a lot of people out there because this individual was highly respected in the community. This officer was in the lobby, and he started to walk outside the lobby. As he walked outside, he saw two individuals begin to fire rounds from a gun. The officer was, in a few minutes later, he was met by responding officers. The officer was able to assist with the investigation, give a physical description of the two males, and work with the officers to try and apprehend the suspects. As the off-duty officer was standing there, he started to feel pain in his left foot. An ambulance came. He was looked at and examined in the back of the ambulance, and he realized that he was shot in the foot. It appears to be two wounds. We don't know if it's an entry or an exit wound. That's to be determined. The officer was removed here to Mount Sinai Hospital, and it appears that the injury isn't too serious, and the doctors here believe that he will make a full recovery. The investigation is in the early stages. We're in the process of interviewing witnesses. We're looking at video. We're trying to figure out who the suspects are, and I ask anybody, if they have any information, to please call our TIPS hotline, which is 1-800-577-TIPS. And I would also like to take a moment to thank the staff here at Mount Sinai Morningside Hospital for their professionalism and the care that they're giving our officer. Thank you.
We'll take a couple of questions.
Sorry, I swear it might have been just the sound, but could you just go over exactly what happened? So he was at this center inside the lobby.
He was inside the lobby. It is the community center of the Manhattanville houses.
And that's 126th?
The exact address is 3250 Broadway.
Okay, so that's 130, I think 131st.
So it's right there,
126.
Okay.
Cross Street, 126,
So
131st.
appears to be at 3250, which is at 131st, is it not? Yeah.
Well, but this happened in front of the community center.
The community center.
Yes, 3250.
Why is there such a large scene then at 131st? All the officers are there.
Well, it's all in proximity. It's a development. It's all on a development. It is a large crime scene. You had an officer shot. You had people running to different directions. So it's a pretty vast crime scene.
Okay, so sorry about that. So he's in the lobby and then he saw two people having an argument or dispute or something?
No, he walked out of the lobby. He saw two males there, and then he realized they started firing. As they fired, he dived for cover, and that's where we believe he got hit in the foot.
Okay, and then those two males ran off?
They ran off, yes.
And then he helped as responding officers with descriptions, but there's no suspect under arrest?
No one is under arrest at this time. It's still an active investigation. Our off-duty officer was able to provide information to the responding officers. He was able to assist with a physical description. We believe he was able to help with a direction of flight, and at that point he realized he was in pain.
Did anybody else have any questions?
Chief, just to be clear, when you came out, you observed the two individuals speaking to each other. Did he hear them? Was there an argument that he was aware of?
Yes, so what we believe right now during this investigation, we believe about 2 hours earlier there was a dispute inside of the lobby. The officer doesn't appear to be involved in any way, but we believe this may be connected to an earlier dispute.
So the officer was responding he's off duty, but he was,
He was there to with the memorial for the community member who recently passed away.
But in other words, he was just an unattended, it could have been anybody who got shot.
Yes, we do believe he was unintended. Like I said, it's still we're still at the early stages of the investigation, but right now it appears that he just came here to pay his respects to a loved community member, and he was shot.
And he didn't fire his weapon?
No, we don't believe he fired his weapon.
Just when he stepped outside to the two men fighting with each other and start firing, does he identify himself as a police officer?
We're not sure at that point. We are looking at different theories. He may have said something. We're not 100% sure. It's still under investigation.
So we don't know. So what you mean is that it's hard to know yet if or did he in any way step into the dispute and try to do anything about it, or he just was sort of a bystander?
No, we believe the dispute happened 2 hours earlier. That when he came just as a participant to celebrate the life of someone who was lost. And as he was there, this all unfolded.
So he witnessed the shooting in a community center, in front of a community
Yes,
center?
well, he was the victim of a shooting in front of the community center.
And what would you say about that to the community then, that people were there for a vigil and people are
everyone, we see what we're suffering through. We're all suffering here. We're seeing people being shot. We're seeing innocent lives being lost. We just sent home 2 of our beloved detectives. This is very painful. It's very hurtful. Our people in our communities, our neighborhoods, we shouldn't have to live like this. We should be able to walk freely. We should be able to shop and do the things that we love, and we shouldn't have to worry about gun violence.
Okay.
About how many people were at this vigil?
That I'm not 100% sure of, but there was quite a few people from what we're gathering.
Any medical questions while we have that to finally hear about conditions?
Well, Dr. Simon, can we talk maybe about the officer that shot in the foot? Was it an entry and an exit, or was it he shot twice? Do you know?
Our officer appears to have had a gunshot wound to the left foot. He's in stable condition. He's in good spirits. But I'd like to stress that a foot injury, any gunshot wound, is potentially life or limb threatening. This bullet traversed critical vessels and nerves and tendons, but we expect him to make a full recovery.
And be back on the job. That's all.
I'm sorry?
And be back on the job.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.